Hey everyone, Shabby Gamer here, and we are back with some more FIFA 17. Now, we've got our way through now to the Europa League knockout stage. We've got PSG, not an easy game. We've got 2 and a trot, I believe, against PSG. I don't think we've got a game this weekend, have we? Let's have a look. No, we have. We've got Sheffield United in the FA Cup. Ooh. Okay, well, at least we can rest quite a few players and play a weaker side in that Sheffield United game, I should imagine. And then, of course, we've got the home game against PSG. Then straight into the final of the EFL Cup. So we'll do all 4 of these matches in this episode. So the 2 games against PSG, the FA Cup, and then the League Cup final to finish things off against Middlesbrough. Hopefully, by the end of this episode, we can walk away with our first silverware of the season. Now, this might not be the best time to try this, but I've decided to change formation a little bit. Try and see if we can do something a little bit different. So I've gone for a 3-4-3 with Bailey, Smalling, and Jimenez as the 3 centre-backs. Of course, all at the least 84s. Of course, Smalling and 85. De Gea 91 rated. Then we've got Depay, Pogba, Asensio, and Mkhitaryan. And then the forward line is Marshall, Dybala, and Martins. Now, I thought of doing this because, excuse me, because the wingers we've got, the left and right wingers we've got, are the strongest players we have in the squad. Plus, they're the best players in the game. Whereas the wing backs are not very good. And plus, I can also play the likes of Luke Shaw and Cancelo as those left and right midfielders should I want to. So we're going to give this a try and see how it works, and hopefully we can make some headway in this first game. So let's get straight into the game now against PSG and hopefully pick up a couple of good away goals and have a nice easy second leg, hopefully. Memphis. Dybala sees the movement out wide of Marshall. It's amazing to have Memphis, Dybala, Marshall, Mkhitaryan and Martins on the pitch at the same time. Martins, terrible header. Dybala, oh, tipped wide. Almost, that nearly worked really well. SA cuts inside. Oh, he's took the pass. Smalling. Pass Pogba. Oh, he's put it wide. That was my poor defending then. Almost cost us. Ball in by Cavani. Pogba heads it down and now breaking clear here with Dybala. Sees the movement of Paul Pogba, and Pogba can he get behind the defensive line. He kind of cut up by Thiago Silva, but now Dybala picks it up. Dybala. Oh, straight into the hands of Trapp. Oh my god. De Gea's big ball forward. I think I'll accept a 0-0 draw here, go home to our place, but would mean we would need to win the game. How did Dybala get booked? Memphis. Out wide now to Anthony Marshall. Cuts inside. Marshall shot. Again, Trapp saves it. Bailey heads it back forward into the path of Memphis. Gelson, Martins, Dybala. Martins. It's going to creep in. It's got in. Gelson, Martins, it's not pretty, but they all count, and that's the away goal we needed. Oh god, it's been there's been a few decent chances by both clubs, but I think we have had the better opportunities. And in fact, that is going to go down as a Martins goal, isn't it? Because that was going to go in. If it didn't defend, it was going to go in the other corner anyway. So there we go. We do get the win. Dybala's had quite a few decent opportunities. It's got now as an own goal. Come on. Now, shouldn't go as an own goal. That was going in beforehand. It might have gone the complete opposite direction, but it was still going in. But there we go. 1-0. 15 minutes left. Can we add to this or just at least hold on to the away goal? Oh, they've ripped us up out here. Lucas. Oh, puts it high and wide. We're living on our luck now. I think he should have scored that, shouldn't he, really? Oh, my God. That was awful. Awful play there. Verratti forward into Ben Arfa. And the referee's still letting the game go on. There we go. There is the full-time whistle. And we get the victory 1-0 due to what's going to go down as a Marquinhos own goal. But for me, I think that should have been Gelson Martin's goal. It's a good victory. Of course, it's only the first leg, though. So we have to make sure we hold on to this in the second leg. Especially in the home leg. And I think their new formation worked quite nicely, actually. It worked quite nicely. And let's have a look at the team ratings. So the 3 centre-backs did okay. Got a few bookings. No anyone did any fantastically well, did they, actually? But I felt quite good with the team. I think centre-back-wise, the 3 defenders there are actually really, really good at what they did. And Asensio and Pogba did pretty well midfield, getting the ball back quite a lot as well. But evidently we didn't play too well. So let's see how it gets on in the FA Cup, I suppose, against Sheffield United. That could be another good way of looking at it. So there's all the results. I'm not going to go through them all, but West Ham beat Monaco. Anything else there interesting? Well, I don't know, it's all gone now. It's all gone now. Right, I can do... No, I can't do this yet. I can't do training until after the Sheffield United game, okay. So let's change the squad around a bit now, because we want to try and keep most of these players fit for the game against whatchamacallums. PSG again, that's the one. We don't want to play anyone too weak in the game, in this match. But we don't want to play anyone who we're going to be playing anyway. So I'm sure we can afford to have Reece Oxford in there. And then we're going to have a pretty strong team on there anyway, aren't we? If you look at the likes of... where is he? There's Cancelo. Cancelo in there. It's going to have to be Sam Bell at the right, I think. There he is. And then at the left, Mbappe Lotin. On the left. And I think that's good enough, isn't it? Let's play Lafont as well, why not? That's a completely different side. That should be strong enough to win this game against Sheffield United. So let's save those changes. And let's get straight into the game and hopefully get ourselves through to the next round of the FA Cup. I think this will put us through to the quarterfinals, I think. Into Shaw. Out now to Lotin, who's got behind the defensive line. Can he get a good ball in? It is a good ball. We can't get the header we're looking for, though, and it's Cancelo now. We're going to cross it himself. Rashford. Oh, great save there by Moore. What a great couple of crosses into the box there, though. And Rashford somehow scores so many headers on this game. Big ball in. Dahoud heads it clear. Now Kovalenko. Out to Sam Bell. Bell does have a lot of pace in him, actually, doesn't he? Out wide to Rashford. Back into Bell. Bell sees the movement of Lotin on that far side. Lotin! Oh, saved by Moore. Cancelo cuts that one out now. Bell into Cancelo. It's going to come to Luke Shaw. Lotin out to Shaw. Lotin. Kovalenko hits it. Oh, it's a wonder goal by Kovalenko. I was just thinking there's just too many guys back there. What do I do? What do I do? And I thought, I know, we'll just have the shot. And it seemed to work a treat there. Kovalenko. Little bit of space. Hits that ball. Perfectly off the crossbar and in. Beautiful. We've dominated the game so far. We've had several opportunities. Nobody's been able to finish it off. And then Kovalenko comes up with one of them. That is amazing. I'm happy with that. Kovalenko proving, as he always does, that he should start more games for us. So 1-0 up against Sheffield United here away from home in the FA Cup. Let's see if we can build upon this. Falling to Wilson. Wilson. Good tackle there by Fosu Mensah. Rashford. Dahoud. Plays that ball forward. Lotin's going to get there, and he does. He plays it into Rashford. Can Rashford secure the victory? He can. Marcus Rashford with 5 minutes left makes it 2-0. And there we go. We have secured the victory now. It's been a bit of a tricky one, this one. Sheffield United looked quite good, but we did manage to cut them to pieces finally. And it is Rashford with the goal. Calm, cool and collected as he played that in to the far corner. And we do now lead 2-0. We've had opportunities to make it 2-0, but nobody seems to want to be able to finish the game off. And Sheffield United have looked really good in the second half. So I'm glad to get that second goal and make the last 5-10 minutes a bit more comfortable for us. 2-0. Bell for his goal. And the defender cuts it off. But there is the full-time whistle, and there we go. 2-0 victory. It was difficult, but at the same time, we got through it. We got through it. That's the main thing. And we are now through to, I believe it's the quarter-finals of the FA Cup, so I'm happy enough with that. It was a difficult little game, but we did it. It's the main thing. Let's have a look at the ratings. Lotin with a 9.1. Wow. Well done to him. Goals for Kovalenko and Rashford. Kovalenko got a 9. Rashford got an 8.7. And you know what I've noticed? Even though we've gone to having 3 at the back rather than 4, in the 2 games we've changed formation, we've kept a clean sheet in both. So I don't know whether that sort of gives us an idea of roughly how good this formation is for us. Yeah, so I believe we're now in the quarterfinals of the FA Cup. Yes, we are. And we're going to have to play against Crystal Palace. That's not bad. Liverpool knocked out Arsenal. Southampton knocked out Man City and Leicester knocked out Spurs. Wow. That's gone pretty well for us now. I think the only team difficult left is probably Liverpool. And then Southampton, Leicester and Everton are a bit difficult. But I'm only worried about Liverpool, really. Doing well. Who knows? We could have the FA Cup this season as well by the looks of it. We are doing a lot better recently. We struggled at the beginning of the season. But now, you see, we're second in the league. Behind Manchester City. But then again, if Leicester win their game in the hand, they'll go above us in the league as well. Where did this game against Leicester come from? Hang on a minute. This game against Leicester wasn't in the calendar. Oh, you're joking me. They've squeezed a game in against Leicester. We got a game on Sunday, a game on Tuesday, and a game on Thursday. You joking me? What are you trying to do to me? That is not very nice at all, is it? Not very nice at all. I'm not happy about that. So it looks like we got a game against Leicester first. Not happy about that at all. So we got 114 grand for winning that game. Game against Bournemouth has been rescheduled to the 5th of March. Game against Leicester was supposed to be the 1st of March, now the 21st of February. That is annoying. Oh, scout report. Oh, that's old news, isn't it? Okay, that's old news. Player conversations. I'm not happy. I don't think I'm getting the first team action I feel I deserve. Oh, don't worry, Mkhitaryan, you'll be in for this game anyway. You'll definitely be in for this game. I don't know what to do now. I don't know what to do. We're going to have to bring everyone back in, but at the same time, probably not everyone, because it's going to be a big ask, isn't it? It's going to be definitely a big ask to play 2 games so close together. It's going to be the tricky one. I'm going to try and leave a few players out. Tielemans can play because he didn't play in either of the 2 games. Is anyone else who didn't play in either of the 2 games? Grimaldo, you can play in that position. And I've got a right back somewhere as well, haven't I? I've got where are you? Where are you? Semedo. Semedo, you can play in that position. And then I think Rooney can play as a striker. We're gonna have to try and really mix this team up a bit, aren't we? Just to try and keep everyone fit and ready for that game. And Marshall's going to have to play in that left midfield. So that should be okay. Let's go forward the 2 days and see if the players we have kept in there are going to be okay. I cannot believe they've done this to us. And we have got some training we can do now as well, haven't we? I'm thinking of trying to boost Sam Bell up a little bit, because Sam Bell is going to be a player now that we're going to have to use quite a bit, because he's the only young right midfielder we've got. So I'm thinking that maybe really boosting him up would really be advantageous to us, to get him as high as we possibly can, as quickly as we possibly can. So I'm going to give him the full free training that we can give him. And hopefully that's going to do well for him. Bit of chance creation. Can't do any more, can he? He can do more. So we can give him 4 bits of training we can give him in one go. So that could be good for us then. And maybe McKeith as well, because he's Scottish. Might help us out. I don't think we're going to have enough time to really get that player up as high as we need him to before we end up leaving Scotland. I don't know how long we're going to be at Scotland for, to tell the truth. Who else do we want to boost up here? Maybe it's got to be Jackson, isn't it? Jackson's the one we know is going to be really good. So let's simulate all of that. Hopefully Bell's going to go up a stat point. Boom. He did okay. He didn't really get that much Bell, did he? That was a bit disappointing. But there we go. So let's whiz forward now and see if we can just get a little bit of fitness back for this game against Leicester. Hernandez is going to be struggling, but I think it's going to be okay. because I don't want to risk having too many people knackered out for the game against PSG. Media has gathered. Let's talk about player, Mkhitaryan, and motivate him because he's not happy. So let's try and do that then. Let's try and motivate Mkhitaryan for this game. So Rooney, Mkhitaryan, Grimaldo, Tielemans, Pogba, Semedo, Jimenez, Hernandez, Bailey, De Gea. That's not a bad team considering that most of these probably won't have to play against PSG as well. So we've got a little bit of a rest period there. But let's get into this game against Leicester now and see if we can pick up a win in the league as well. Back into Tielemans now, into Pogba. Plays it out wide to Nelson Semedo. He plays it in now to Tielemans. Tielemans' ball. Marshall into Rooney. Rooney, it's in the back of the net. It's a cheeky one as well. Wayne Rooney gets the goal. I thought I'd bugger that up then, to tell the truth, but there we go. Rooney, quite an acrobatic little kick as well, scissor kick. Puts it into the far corner. And we're leading already. Tell you what, since we had a really dodgy bit at the beginning of the season, but since then, we've really just been on a roll, really, haven't we? Really been doing well. And there we go. 1-0 up after 11 minutes against Leicester City. With a strange team we've had to put out to try and keep everyone fit. But it's working so far. 1-0. Carry in. Into the middle now to Anthony Marshall. Marshall out to Grimaldo. Grimaldo cuts in. Marshall, 2-0. Wow, Leicester had fallen apart here. Great little goal it is, and Marshall who puts it away in the back of the net. Great bit of play. Wow, it was simple really, wasn't it? Cheeky little through ball after cutting in by Grimaldo, and then Marshall just swerved it past the keeper into the bottom corner. Nice. There we go, 2-0 up after 16 minutes. It's a bit easier, this one. Grimaldo. Out wide now to Tielemans, who should have had a penalty. And that pass is not going to help anyone's situation, is it? Hoof, but it's gone back to Grimaldo. Grimaldo cuts in. There's the ball in the far post, and Mkhitaryan. It's 3-0. Holy crap, Leicester, 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 you are falling apart. Demolishing the champions here, 3-0 up after 21 minutes. Mkhitaryan was unhappy about his lack of playing time, but that's not seeming to affect him anymore, is it really? As here he is scoring a goal for us. Coming in at the far post. And I'm enjoying this new formation. I'll tell you what, Semedo and the other lad, I forgot the other side now, Grimaldo, the two Portuguese wing-backs are doing fantastically well. Just they've got so much pace coming down them wings, it's really, really useful to have them. There we go, 3-0 up after 22 minutes. This is going to be a walkover, this one. Into Rooney. Rooney into Marshall now. Marshall cuts inside. Into Rooney. Mkhitaryan, it's 4-0. It is 4-0. Mkhitaryan has scored his second of the game. And again, it was just too easy, wasn't it? You get this, don't you? When you score an early goal against the team, they do tend to drop in quality. And this is exactly what's happening here. Mkhitaryan gets his second of the game. And we are winning 4-0. After what only must be half an hour in game time. Is it? It's 27 minutes, 4-0 up. I can see an absolute drubbing coming here for Leicester. Tielemans cuts it into Marshall. Marshall cuts it back. Here's Tielemans. Wayne Rooney. Pogba. Fuchs. That could have been bad. Rooney. Mkhitaryan. Semedo. Oh, Semedo's got through. I don't know how. And that makes it 5-0 before half-time. Nelson Semedo. It was a bit of a mess up at the back, really, and the ball just bounced clear to me. Took the shot, and we are 5-0 up away from home before half-time. We could break a record here. Was a bit of luck involved for Man United. But Semedo, when he had the chance, he was going to score that no matter what. Puts the ball in the back of the net. And this is getting a little bit embarrassing now for Leicester City. Or a little bit embarrassing. It's gone well past a little bit embarrassing. Now 5-0 down at half-time. This could be really, really bad for Leicester. This could get worse and worse and worse as time goes on. 5-0 on the brink of half-time. Good tackle. And Semedo brings it forward. Oh my god, Rooney's in. Rooney's in. 6-0. Oh my god, Leicester, Leicester, Leicester. Just a quick disclaimer, I will just say that I have not changed the difficulty level. This is the same difficulty level we played on all episode, well, all season. I have not changed it at all for any of these matches. I just know that's the way the game works. When you score an early goal against the team, they generally crash, don't they? They really do crash. And that's exactly what Leicester's done here. But I'm not going to stop. We might need these goals. These goals might come in handy in our goal difference. So we might as well keep on going, mightn't we? 6-0 up at half-time against Leicester City. This is a big one, this, isn't it? This is a drubbing here for Leicester City. And there is half-time. King. Kaputska. Oh, they've scored. Oh, that's annoying. That is well annoying, but... oh, I don't know. That's annoying, that, isn't it? It's a cheeky little goal, though, by Kaputska. A player who I don't think's had any football at all for Leicester in real life. They paid about £7.5 million for him. I don't think he's ever played a minute for him. And I think they're trying to get rid of him now as well, but... it was a cheeky little goal, and it is 6-1. They've really sort of cut it down now. They've really sort of cut it down now, and they've gone a bit more solid, which means that they've now stopping me from scoring any more goals. There we go, 6-1. Mahrez to take the corner. Slimani heads it into the side netting. So now this goal kick, I would imagine, is going to be the end of the game. Maybe not. There it is. The full-time whistle, and it's a 6-1 victory away from home at Leicester City. Very interesting indeed. Very, very interesting. That was one of the early goals on there by Marshall. Second goal of the... oh, it was the first goal of the game. I know it wasn't. It just we had that many goals. It just decided to cut some of the highlights out, didn't it? Yeah, it's only kept 6 highlights. We missed the first goal, but there we go. His first 2 goals, wasn't it? Yeah, well, no, we got his first goal. Mkhitaryan won. Let's have a look at the player ratings. Hernandez got an 8.9, but Grimaldo got a 10 down that left-hand side. Semedo was 9.5, Marshall 9.3, Rooney 9.6. As you can see, Mkhitaryan got 9.5. We brought on Bell and Dahoud in the second half to just rest Mkhitaryan and Pogba ready for this game against PSG in the midweek, and it's going to be effective, I think. Spurs beat West Brom in the league as well. I wonder how that's going to shape the league up now. Are we going to play 2 games more than everyone else? I don't see why we had to squeeze that game in, tell the truth. That's a bit unfair, isn't it, really? So I think we've got time for maybe just this one game against PSG, and then we'll have to do the game against Middlesbrough in the next video then, I think. So we need to make some changes now. How's Grimaldo? I might just keep Grimaldo on and drop Marshall for this one. Just because of the fitness, I think. Asensio's okay. Smalling is 100% fit now, so he can come in place of him. Dybala's ready to come back in place of Rooney. And I think that's okay then. I've got Cancelo, haven't I? Can come back in at right mid. And I've got Martins as well, haven't I? I've got Martins who's 100% fit, so I bring Martins in, I think. In place of Semedo. And bench-wise, there's not a lot of people there that have got a lot of fitness between them, is there? We'll bring Cancelo on in place of Bell. Tielemans can drop off the bench in place of Luke Shaw. Let's bring Murphy onto the bench as well. That's probably not the best idea, is it? No, let's leave that as it is, I think. We'll leave Dahoud on the bench. And we'll bring on Rashford on the bench as well. So that should be a strong enough team, hopefully, to do what we need him to do. Maybe we should play Luke Shaw instead of Grimaldo. Don't matter, we're done, we're done. So we've got a 1-0 lead away from home, and with the away goal, sorry, against PSG. So we just need to basically hold this as a 0-0 will put us through. A draw will put us through. As long as we don't concede too many against PSG, we should be okay. And here we go. Memphis Depay out wide to Martins now. Mkhitaryan, who scored 2 goals against Leicester before going off at half-time. It's not going to be easy as Leicester, I don't think. Some good players here for PSG. We just need to hold on to this. Sencho. Out wide to Memphis. Memphis into Martins. Far post. Dybala. Is that going to count? I thought Dybala might be offside, but no, it counts. Oh, what a start to the game that was. What a start to the game that was. Martins in the far post and then plays into Dybala, who pokes it into the back of the net. Wasn't the most spectacular goal, but I'll take it. Great bit of team play, actually, to make that goal. And we're 1-0 up straight away. Obviously, the form and excitement from that game against Leicester seems to have travelled into this game with us. Paulo Dybala with a goal. I keep calling him Pablo. Paulo Dybala with a goal. And we are 1-0 up, which means we're 2-0 up on aggregate. So now, as long as we don't let them score twice, we should be okay. Big ball forward. It's come to Dybala. Pogba, Memphis Depay now is out on the right-hand side. Depay cuts inside, takes a shot and trap saves. Memphis to Pogba. Hesse cuts him out. Cavani. Oh, he's got past the defence. Takes a shot and De Gea saves again. Corner kick. Goalkeeper's up here. Oh, if Martins can get there, he could score. He's not going to get there, though, is he? No. Oh, come on. And there's the full-time whistle. We have won 1-0 here at home, thanks to the 3rd minute goal by Paulo Dybala. And that has now put us through to the next round of the Europa League. And I must admit, PSG must be one of the hardest clubs in the competition. So knocking them out now should put us in a really good position to potentially go on and win this. Ratings-wise, Martins got the man of the match, but I thought Bailey did fantastically well. He only got 7.1, which is a bit of a shocker, really. Mkhitaryan got 7.5 as well. He did pretty well, but struggling for fitness because of so many games in such a short period of time, so we had to sub him off once again. Monaco and West Ham drew 1-1. It's difficult because you don't know the first leg scores, do you? So we don't really know what's going on. I'm assuming Schalke may have knocked out Fiorentina. But yeah, don't really know much about that. So we'll move forward a few days, but we are going to stop the episode here now, I think, and we will play this game against Middlesbrough next week. Next episode, should I say. Media have gathered in the press room, can't bother with that, all that. Match rescheduled, Man City vs Man United is now going to be on the 28th of March. Man United Southampton is going to be on the 12th of March. Man United Middlesbrough is the 14th. And we've got £200,000 to win in that game. That's not bad at all, is it? So let's have a quick look at the calendar then. It might tell us who we've got in the next round. Boom. We have got Mainz. So German club. Wow, look how busy our March is. Of course, we do have the international break where we will obviously be playing as Scotland against Italy and Bulgaria. 2 very important games if we want to make our way into the World Cup. I've also got Man City, but I think next episode we'll probably do the game against Middlesbrough, the game against Bournemouth in the league, probably the first leg against Mainz, and then probably this game against Southampton. And then, oh, it's going to be so tricky again. Another 3 games in the space of 6 days. It's going to be so tricky to keep everyone fit for all that. But anyway, as always, if you have enjoyed this episode, then please do let me know by hitting that like button. It does really help me out. And of course, if you are new around here and you'd like to see some more, then please hit the subscribe button as well. I've been Shabby Gamer. Thank you very much for watching. See you very much.